This is a blast. Can I make the announcement? Can I do the intro?
Go for it, Doc. I'd love to hear the announcement.
Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to Doc and Queenie class time live at. Thank you, everyone, for joining us. I am super excited. Hello, Queenie. It's class time with Doc and Queenie.
You know what? For all of our first timers joining us today, and they're going, "What's up with that high noon thing?" You just have to roll with it, okay? You just have to roll with it. It's been almost 4 years now. All of this stuff still works okay, so I have to keep doing it. But honestly, we're so glad that you could join us today. And when we thought about the class time piece, last month, Doc debuted with the incredible YouTube Shorts videos, and thanks to Doc, my Penelope the Purple Poinsettia short is rocking it. So I'm just telling you, all of the different things that Doc teaches us, it not only works, but it is a cool thing to be able to use for your businesses. So we're thrilled that you're here. The class time was born because a lot of people said, "How do you, where do you, what do you, da 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 da." So we thought, well, what the heck? And so instead of our Facebook Live on Mondays at Central Time every single week when we talk about words and things that are coming up and different things happening in our community, we decided to expand that and go into the Doc and Queenie class time, which will be on the fourth, not the last, but the fourth Wednesday of every single month at okay, I'm done with that. Central Time. What do you think, Doc?
I'll do that for you.
Okay.
I'll do it for you, but
See?
it's not going to be as high.
Yeah, I was going to
No,
say alto.
yeah, this is fantastic though. We teach always, and we've had lots of people ask, and we just kind of, as we teach, we punt and pivoted into a new I don't even spoke of the wheel.
Right. And it feels like a new spoke as well. And of course, instead of waiting until the new year, which is a few sleeps away, why wait? That's
Right.
always my thing is why wait? Push a button, try something. If it doesn't work, punt and pivot, do it again, go. And that really is my thing because I'm waiting to get ready 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 to, oh my gosh. And so every time I hear that, and to be honest with you, I am still hearing from people who say, "Oh, I still didn't do that YouTube channel thing. I still didn't do that whatever thing." And I'm just like, "Oh my gosh, I haven't spoken to you in 2 years." And they still haven't done it. So for me, it is a matter of, do you want yourself out there? Do you want yourself findable? And for me, Doc, I'm telling you what, search engine, hello, YouTube is ginormous.
It's, oh gosh. And I'm trying to remember some of you have to go back to look at the class, but some of the stats on
Oh,
the daily views across the world is like billions. So why wouldn't you use this platform?
absolutely. So let's get this
So
party started. What do you think?
I think so. Let's get this party started.
All right. So the good news is, honestly, we're going to start from the beginning, but the first thing I wanted to share, and this is for real, okay, this is for real. You cannot um each of us does things a different way. Let's just say that, okay? So you cannot decide that you're going to do something the way does it or the way Queenie does it. You can't decide that's the only way because, quite frankly, for me, there's a million ways to be out in the world. And youtube.com, let's start right there. And when you see videos pop up, as we mentioned before, this is what has worked for me. This is what has worked for Doc. Neither one of us is paid by YouTube. Hello, yet. And so the best news is when you go to youtube.com, that's it. That's all you have to do. Anyone can go to YouTube. You can also, in fact, I do this a lot all day long. How do you this? How do you that? Where's my something? How do you that? Whatever the topic is, YouTube has never let me down. How on earth are we going to get any better than that? So, from a standpoint of search engine, this is my go to all the time. It's not my only, absolutely not my only, but it is definitely where I start. So if you want a channel, the first thing I'm going to say is please go to YouTube and say how to create a YouTube channel. Again, everything that we learn here, everything that we teach here is our opinion and what has worked for us. There's a gazillion, and look that up, hashtag gazillion, ways to do things. And even though I want everyone to do it my way, my kids love that part, my way or the highway, but there's a gazillion ways to do something. But go to YouTube, how to create a YouTube channel. But the easiest way for me is youtube.com. And on the left-hand side, you see all the navigation bars. All you need is a Google email address. How much does that cost? Remember, I only teach the free stuff. Correct. Zero. And so in order to have a YouTube channel, now you can like other people's videos. You can find other people's videos. Oh my gosh, the messages are amazing. Now you'll see what pops up first on my pages. Just as a disclaimer, to be honest with you, and kind of like as a little warning label, I have noticed, Doc, I don't know what it looks like for you, but sometimes inappropriate things pop up. There are ads out there, my friends, and the way that they make their money is to promote things that might not be a good fit for you. So even though Facebook knows what you shopped for yesterday, those kind of things pop up just because of algorithmic traffic, things like that. YouTube wants it bigger. So please remember when something pops up and you go, oh my gosh, what is that? Don't panic. Okay. Don't panic, because all of a sudden you see that and you go, oh my goodness, just bypass it. Just skim through it, scroll past, because they get paid for that. And that's their job, which is fine. And that's what happens out in the world. So I just wanted to share, if you see something inappropriate, don't instantly think, gosh, what was I searching for? And why does it show this? It's because of YouTube algorithm, traffic, promotion, advertising, all those things. And that's a good thing from a standpoint of that can work for you as well.
And,
All
and
right,
I'd
so
like to,
go
and
ahead.
I'd like to interject real fast.
Uh-huh.
And I've learned this,
Uh-huh.
not just recently, but the algorithm on YouTube is searching for people's content to find a viewer. It's not the other way around. It's not, I'm trying to put it into simpler, but if that makes sense.
No, but go ahead. That's exactly correct.
So if
yeah.
you click on it, then that's gonna tell the algorithm, oh, they're interested in underwater basket weaving. So I will start sending them underwater basket weaving,
How did you know I like underwater basket weaving?
I've heard,
Yeah.
there's a rumor out there. So like you said, Queenie, it's they're testing the waters. The algorithm is testing the waters to see, what you like, what your preferences are for all of these videos. It's not necessarily that, you accidentally hit something. It's the algorithm totally.
Exactly correct. And that's why I say I just didn't want anyone to panic when they see stuff and go, OMG. But just like Doc mentioned, if you click on it, they're going to go, oh, bingo, we have a fish. And so obviously now you're going to get more of those. So I just didn't want you to panic. So let's assume that you've already created your channel. And like I say, all you need is a Google email address. Some people use a separate Google email address from the one that they use for their actual email. That's 1,000,000% also up to you. And so you can do all different types of things. So you can be Kathy Weaver KC at Gmail. You can be whatever you want to be for your Gmail account. And once you've created that, literally there are zillions of videos out there how to create a YouTube channel. So we want to go into some of the basics of once you have a channel, now what are you going to do with it? Because literally it's a matter of signing up. It's free, free, free. We only teach the free stuff, and it's very cool to have one. So now you've got your channel name, like literally you've just done your Gmail account, and all of a sudden you're on youtube.com. You'll notice at the top this time, there's a picture of you. And let me show you how you got to that picture. So now you're going to go to your channel. Okay. And YouTube gives you a name, which is interesting. I actually have captured mine, and we'll talk about that in a second. But as soon as you click on your name, like view my channel, it'll show up, and now you start adding things to it. Needless to say, I've been doing this for a couple of years, so I've been adding and changing and editing for quite a long time. So let's start at the very beginning. Please remember to be able to have a YouTube channel. And Doc, I don't know if I've told you this. It is so funny to me. I network a lot. I don't know if you knew that. but
Yeah.
I network a lot in different places, different groups. And some of the groups I have found most recently that are actually networking during the holiday hiatus, if you will. Oh my gosh, I've seen you before. And of course, I'm always panicking, like, oh my gosh. And they say things like, you have a YouTube channel, right? And I'm like, oh my gosh. And I'm not playing. Obviously, I'm not in the Taylor Swift category as far as reach. But the rest of the story is I said, yes, oh my gosh. And they go, oh, and they talk about either a certain video or one of my books or whatever that looks like. And I'm always like, oh my gosh. So I'm just telling you, please put your picture, please put your picture on your profile. And I'm just serious about that. Some people choose to put their business logo. That's totally great if that's your deal. But I just want to share with you how important it is to make sure that you're consistently findable. Okay. Kitchen garden expert, Google that. You will find Doc's Instagram. You will find Doc's YouTube. You will find Doc's LinkedIn. You will find Doc's Facebook page. When we say thank you for supporting Kathy Weaver KC and Kitchen Garden Expert, that is real, my friends, and that is how we are findable. So obviously for me, Kathy Weaver KC, KC for those of you watching with us for the first time, stands for Kansas City. So that's how I branded myself, because there's a million, zillion, trillion Kathy Weavers out there. So now you've got your profile picture. Now let's think in terms of for me, the easiest thing to do is go to people's channels and subscribe. That starts giving you more traffic. So if you've met someone at a networking event, in person or virtual, and I always say, do you have a YouTube channel? Oh, yes, I do, but I'm not, oh, it's not very good, or I'm not very this, or blah, blah, blah. I always say, guess what? You've got a new subscriber. What's the name of your channel? And they don't know. So you either search by your name, by their name or their business name, whatever they started it out. Most of the time they can find it themselves. And then you see after the @ sign, right next to my little head, it says that's how you're findable. The @ sign, Kathy Weaver KC. So just to let you know, don't panic about this being confusing, because I promise there's YouTube videos to support it. YouTube.com/C, which stands for channel, / the @ sign of whatever YouTube has named you, if you haven't captured your URL yet. That's the name of your channel, and that's how people can find you. So if you start subscribing to other people's channels, all of a sudden you're getting more traffic just because of that. There's a new person out there, and most of the time people will reciprocate and subscribe to yours. So guess what? They want to come to your channel, and what are they going to see? Again, we talked about your profile picture. How do you do that? You see where it says customize channel? Click on it. I promise you can't break anything. I really do promise. Brand is important. What do you want your name to be? What do you want your picture to look like? I really promise it's as easy as that. Okay. Channel customization. You can have, in my case, I have a welcome video. All that says is welcome to my YouTube channel. How do you do that? I don't know about you, Doc, because I know you use a lot of different platforms, but I do most of my video recordings. Like when I'm training someone, I train on Zoom. I know that you and I do our Facebook Live on StreamYard sometimes, most of the time. But in this particular case, for me, I literally get on Zoom, hit record. I don't go live anywhere usually, and hit record. And now you've got a 1 or 2 minute intro. Welcome to my YouTube channel. I love networking. I've written 4 books. I'd love for you to be part of my family, friends and family combination. I'd love to show you other places you can go for networking, whatever that looks like. And then you literally Zoom it, hello, record it. And now you can upload that to your YouTube channel. What did she say? It's an MP4, which is the system, the actual way it records on Zoom. And now it will say, what do you want to do with it? Okay. Don't let this get confusing. I promise the more you hear this, the easier it will get. So once you've got your MP4 on Zoom, for me, I rename it, which means as soon as you see the convert, it'll show video and a bunch of numbers after it. You're going to right click on that and rename it. And Doc, I don't know.
And rename it for a nice name.
Yeah, yeah, very
Because
nice.
when you upload, yeah.
It'll stay, yes. And so rename it something that you will remember what it's called, first of all, how to find it on your desktop. But the bigger part for me is rename it something that maybe it's dated. In other words, you would say intro 2024, or you would say Doc and Queenie classes December 27th, 2023, all of those different things. So rename it how you can find it again, especially if it's on your desktop. So right click on where it says video in the raw MP4 file, right click, rename. And then again, like Doc said, rename it something nice. And so then now it's on your desktop. So guess what? You're now in your own YouTube channel. Okay, you're in your own YouTube channel. Let's go back to that part just so you can see it. And as soon as you're in your own YouTube channel, up at the top right of your screen, you see that plus sign with that little video camera. Literally click on it. Okay, upload video. Don't be afraid to push buttons, because I don't know about you, Doc, but the first couple times I pushed buttons, it was like, uh-oh, how did I get over here? So you just undo,
Yes.
unstep where you've gone, and then you hit select files. What files do you want to select? And then you go, in my case, of course, I'd go in our Doc and Queenie file or the desktop where you just put it. Pick the file that you just renamed, because remember, it's still an MP4, and that's what YouTube is looking for. All right. They want to find the MP4 file that you just selected. And then all you do is click. Let me see if I can actually find one. And so as soon as you click on whatever file you want to upload, none of mine are MP4, so that part actually won't work. But the rest of the story is, honestly, as soon as you click on that, select file, and now the file's in there, you can hashtag, you keep the name, because again, like Doc said, pick a friendly name. But now you've got a description opportunity. As soon as you click on description, you're now going to be able to do all the hashtags we talk about. Hashtag Doc and Queenie, hashtag Kitchen Garden Expert, hashtag YouTube training, hashtag Doc and Queenie classes, hashtag whatever you want. I wanted to share with you today how important it is to something. So you have an opportunity to explain what your video is all about. It takes about, depending upon the size of the file, it takes a few minutes sometimes to upload that video. But once it has uploaded, okay, once it has uploaded, you'll be able to see your own video on your own YouTube channel. Now, isn't that the coolest thing ever? All right. So let's think about that. Now you're able to see the video on your own YouTube channel. So let's go to Doc and Queenie classes, November 2023. This is when Doc taught us about YouTube Shorts. So let's say, for example, and I don't know about you, Doc, but YouTube always catches me with my mouth open or some kind of unbelievable face I'm making. OMG. So you come up with a page similar to this. And you've got your description in here. You've got your hashtags. Join us on the fourth Wednesday of every month at Central Time. Doc and Queenie Facebook group, Doc and Queenie classes, hashtag YouTube channel, because obviously that's what we're talking about. So it really is amazing. But as I said, with my face being open most of the time, here's a picture of Doc on her phone. We certainly want to be able to see all of Doc. So any of those pictures that YouTube gave me automatically, I didn't want those. So I uploaded a thumbnail, and I had already saved the file, the picture file, to my desktop. So I would literally click on thumbnail, because there's a plus sign there when you don't have one. What picture do you want to put on your video instead of what shows up with your mouth hanging open? And so in this case, I added our class time. So now you'll notice on the left-hand side up here where it says channel and your video, that's what shows up every time we share this video. Hang on a second. What is that playlist thing that you're talking about? Okay. Before your head explodes, once again, once you listen to this video a few times, you'll actually understand the point of this. YouTube for me is a great big filing cabinet, a great big place to put all the videos I love. Okay. So within the filing cabinet, I have playlists, and I got lots of playlists. But let's think about, I want to share Doc's training on YouTube Shorts with one of my friends. If I go to Doc's YouTube channel, and we'll actually do that in a second, I'm going to look at Doc's playlist and I'm going to see gardening. Well, I appreciate the gardening tips, but right now I want to share the Doc and Queenie classes with someone when Doc was training us about YouTube Shorts. I saved the class to my file cabinet that I have called Doc and Queenie classes. And you'll notice on the name of it, I've also got the date. Doc and Queenie classes. This was the November training of 2023. So now all I have to do is, you can't do it when you're in customize. I'll show you how to do that in a second. But when you're in the video, in the playlist part, I found it, boom, instantly. And now I can literally share that with anybody. But now it's a converted file, because how long are you going to see MP4 file too large? Yes, Doc.
And I'd like, if you could scroll up to where the video is, the top of this page. Just wanted to point out, like you were talking about previously, it says file name underneath our video, and you can see the name that you named it, Doc and Queenie Classes November 2023. And that's your MP4. And that, like you always talk about, or you're cross-pollinating, and you've got all of these they are all named the same. So like you said before, it's easy to find things. But that's a perfect example of, and from experience, real fast, I did a working copy video and didn't realize I didn't change the title, and I downloaded it on my YouTube, and it came working copy video. So I had to delete and start all over. So always be aware of cross-pollination and have everything match, basically.
That's a perfect point. And as you can see, when we're on this page, okay, look at all the buttons you've got here. On the right-hand side, at least as you're facing the screen, where it says video link, now you can share this actual video, okay, this actual training with the thumbnail photo is what's going to show. So push buttons, click on things. I promise you can't break anything. And click on that little button over here, and it says copy video link. So you click on that, and then of course it says copy. And now you're going to be able to paste that in an email, on a text message, whatever you want to do to send it to your friends or clients. Plus, Doc, the thing that I have loved, and I think I actually did this after you did the training. If you did not catch the Doc and Queenie classes live today, here is the link when Doc teached us about YouTube. Yeah, teached us about YouTube Shorts. Take a look. So you take those 3 dots, put them in a LinkedIn post, right click, paste, and boom, up comes the video. Probably you couldn't do that in an MP4 file because it's too big, too much, too everything, and LinkedIn wouldn't like that. It'll definitely accept a YouTube video link. So please remember, as soon as you copy link, you can do anything. All right, let's go back to playlist for just a second. I want to give Stephanie Zimmerman and her son credit for my file cabinet terminology. When I first published all of my books on my YouTube channel, I just, chatted, put them in there, bam, be done. And Stephanie said, and she sent me a message, super sweet, sent me a message, and she said, I'd really like to hear your book in order, and trying to find chapter 1, chapter 2, all the way up to chapter 23 is killing me. And so can you possibly put them in playlists for me? And of course I said, wow, that's cool. What the heck is that? And so that's how I learned how to do playlists, because I was brand new to YouTube, didn't know diddly about nothing. And so when Stephanie said that, her son, 8 years old at the time, was putting all of his YouTubes in playlists, and I'm going, oh my gosh. So if you want to learn how to do something, ask a young person, because
ask an 8-year-old. Yes.
Yeah, exactly. My something broke. Ask an 8-year-old. Oh my gosh. And so anyway, Stephanie and your son, thank you very much, because now I have playlists and I have an abundance of them. So please, friends, remember, this is not a comprehensive training as far as every single thing you wanted to know about YouTube and afraid to ask because it would take hours. But the rest of the story is go to YouTube, how to create a playlist. That's all you have to do. But the great news is, remember, it's just a file in your file cabinet. Okay. Search for a playlist because you have several, probably, in my case, a million. Down at the bottom, it says new playlist, which means you're going to add one. All right. So just go ahead and make a playlist. That's all you have to do. And now you can put that video in your file cabinet. That's it. So please keep that in mind because, like I say, there's a million things to teach and train on YouTube. Now, before we go any further, I want to be able to show everyone a little bit about how to find people. Okay. Remember, you're going to be in just a YouTube channel. All right. Let's just go a YouTube channel. And you're going to see at the top, it says search. So I'm going to go look at that. It comes right up for me because I'm on Kitchen Garden Expert all the time. You'd think I was a gardener at this point. So you find, obviously, Doc right here, Kitchen Garden Expert. And you'll notice right off the bat, Doc is great at Canva. I like to use PowerPoint and Canva mixed together because now you'll see Doc has a LinkedIn banner, is what they call the timeline banner that you've got on LinkedIn and Facebook probably. Now you get to see Kitchen Garden Expert. Okay, Doc actually captured her own URL. We'll talk about that in a second. I have subscribed to her channel, of course. All right. And now we can take a look at Doc's playlists. Playlists. What does that look like? Now you can see Doc has Doc and Queenie classes, different things about gardening. Delinda, some of, oh my gosh, Words of Wisdom Wednesday, oh my goodness. But several things like that are on here, including Kathy Chat, which is kind of fun. But think about the different ways you can work playlists. It's file cabinets. Now we can see what Doc has saved, and we can go to any of those playlists and find something that we're looking for. Garden to Table Gourmet, you're looking for recipes for something, all of those different things. Now, some people say when you go, Doc has over 1 million subscribers. Hang on a second. You can see right here a lot of information. Doc has 276 subscribers already, 329 videos already, kitchengardenexpert.com, and 4 more links. I'll show you where to find that. But let's take a look at the arrow. Click on the arrow. You can't break anything. The buttons are there for a reason. All right. You'll be able to see Doc apparently knows how to do hashtags also. The links, I want to go to her pages right now and find out more about them. Keep scrolling. Don't hesitate. Push buttons and look at this. Drum roll, please. Doc has succeeded in over 100,000 views on her YouTube channel. My friends, I know, seriously, that is to be applauded times 1 million, because think about that. 329 videos accomplished over 100,000 views. Do you think by any chance in the world is wanting more gardening tips, more advice on building garden beds, more advice on construction? All right. So please take a look at people's channels. When people say, oh, I've got a channel, but I'm not using it much, go to their channel. Hopefully you can find it and you can see how many links they have. All right. You can get to see shorts. Click on it. Once again, you can't break anything. And you also get to see all the amazing views that Doc has gotten on her YouTube shorts. Okay. 1,000+ views on chocolate tempering. What in the heck is that? Put a temperature thermometer in there and figure it out. I'm just telling you the truth. Yeah.
Purple poinsettia is on there.
Oh yeah. Penelope, my purple poinsettia. And so, but you think about those kind of things and you can now see other people's pages and how they're doing. Okay. Now, one place I want to go just for a real quick second is to Debbie Miller's page. All right. And the reason I'm going there, and once again, as you can see, it comes up because I've already subscribed. I want to be able to show you, Ken and Debbie Miller is the name of Debbie's channel. She already has 44 subscribers, my friends, 44 subscribers. Because Debbie pays attention to every single thing that Doc and Queenie teach and or do. Isn't this the most amazing thing? Think about, and we're going to use this as an example because Debbie did it yesterday. There was SNOW in Kansas City. Did you see that, Doc?
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah, I don't want to talk about it either.
I don't want to talk about it either.
I don't want to talk about any of that stuff. but literally you get to see Debbie's poinsettia, and you also get to see the SNOW in Kansas City. Think about being able to share that literally with other people. You can take the magic 3 dots, okay, the magic 3 dots, and don't hesitate to show that to your friends and show other people what Debbie's doing. And please remember, you're supporting other people's channel in a very, very big way. And Debbie, once again, congratulations, because quite frankly, when Debbie was first starting out, I'm not doing YouTube, I'm not doing videos, I'm not. And the next thing you know, she's a superstar. So let's talk real quick, because again, we're only going to keep these at less than an hour, especially. Are you watching Facebook to see if anybody has questions, Doc?
Yes, I am.
I just wanted to make sure, because I didn't want to miss anybody if they have live questions. But I wanted to talk about playlists being a file cabinet, okay? And that's drawers in your file cabinet. But now I want to talk about something that very few people hit on: community. You click on community for a lot of people's channels, even the big boys. When you click on their community, it says no channels have been added yet. No views have been listed yet. No information has been posted yet. And I'm always like, why? So all of a sudden, you put your upcoming event in your community section. You put all kinds of, I put my bio in there from a couple months ago. Obviously, it's a new bio now, starting Monday. Can you believe it, Doc? Almost the new year. But my new bio will be in here again as soon as the new year hits. But your bio's in here. You guys that watch me a lot know that bios are important to me, because if somebody says, I'd like for you to do a speaking training gig at my something, do you have a bio? Instead of going, oh my gosh, now I have to type one, now I have to figure it out. What do they want to know about me? Your bio is ready to go, my friends. Bio is super important, in my opinion. Keep going down. Here's a poll. What? Why would you do a poll in a community section? Because you want more traffic on your page. So please know you can do all kinds of things in your community section. Posting party, I do one of those with Diva, our Denise Vargas friend in New York, and she hosts these on the third Friday of every month. Why would I put that in there? Once again, my friends, hashtag posting party. People find me, hello, on the screen, that didn't know me from in person yet. And all of a sudden, what happens? They find a community page. They type in posting party on a YouTube channel. What do you suppose comes up? Boom. Doc and Queenie branding. That was a big time when we got to actually meet in person. I think it was last year. Trying to get our schedules together is never an easy thing, but we actually got to meet in person, which was kind of fun. This was not even planned. I brought my Miracles with Water tote bag because that's what I use. Doc has her Kitchen Garden Expert backpack. I didn't actually have my Kangen water bottle, which is very interesting for me, but I always have water with me, and so does Doc. I mean, it was a funny thing when all of a sudden we went, we're branding, and we didn't even know it. And then, of course, each of us has our license plates on our cars that takes you directly to our websites. So I just thought that was pretty fun. You definitely don't have to raise your hand, silly girl. What's up?
Well, I just don't want to interrupt, but
Okay.
to add to your talking about the community piece, I've been doing a lot of research and a lot of refining my YouTube channel. And what I've learned about the community page part of it is it's super important in reaching, and you'll hear this terminology, it's called organic traffic. That means people that are not related to your subscribers, not related to your channel. It just, like we were talking earlier, there's these videos that pop up and you're going, what is this video? It's that kind of thing. So that community page part of your YouTube channel is super important. And actually, some of these social media gurus think that it's probably the most important in bringing traffic and growing your subscribers and expanding your reach.
I agree 1,000,000%, and that is definitely true. And let me show you, since you mentioned that, I'm going to be painfully transparent. I'm just going to be painfully transparent. Okay, so here's the deal. You see on my page, I have 723 subscribers. For those of you who have already subscribed, I'm 1,000,000% grateful. Thank you. But here's the deal. Because of Doc, all right, I have learned a lot about algorithm. So let's click, just for fun, on videos. I have 869 videos on my YouTube. I've had a channel forever. I just was not utilizing it effectively yet until the last few years. All right, so here's my videos, 869 videos. Now do the math here. 869 videos, I have 723 subscribers. What does that look like? Well, let's go a little bit worse than that, or perhaps better, depending how you look at it. See these buttons here? Latest, popular, oldest. Well, I'm not going to oldest because that's way too embarrassing, but let's click on popular. It actually puts these in order of the most views for you. You'll notice
8 years ago. Woo.
oh my God, I know, seriously. Coffee and cayenne pepper. All I did was talk about the fact that I love cayenne pepper in my coffee, and I do. And it smokes a little bit, but I'm telling you, I absolutely love it, especially on these cold, snowy days in Kansas City. And it really is. It's warm and toasty, and it gives you a little fire as it goes down your throat. But hey, that's okay. But I actually like it, and I even do it in the summer now, just because I've gotten in the habit of loving cayenne pepper. So coffee and cayenne pepper, I got 2,000 views 11 months ago. Doc, how can I get 2,000 views when I already have 723 subscribers? How is that possible?
How is that possible? Well, it could be the way you hashtagged. It could be the popularity. Let's see, 11 months ago would have put us to what, November-esque?
Yeah.
People could have been surfing. It could be anything. That algorithm, maybe it was coffee, not necessarily cayenne pepper, but there's a lot of coffee lovers out there that's very popular and it's always trending. Hashtags, it could have been your description.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, 11 months ago, it was every day is different as far as the trends.
You
But
bet.
my thought is
go ahead.
the timing and the trending and the hashtags. I mean, that's.
And probably in my case, especially since I'm obviously bundled up in a sweatshirt, that was probably the January-ish thing about I'm freezing to death in Kansas City. So put cayenne pepper in your coffee so you'll warm up a little. And so that is probably the clue. But again, it was 2 minutes and 56 seconds. So no, it wasn't necessarily a short, but look what happens. So I've got 557 views because I went to Enagic headquarters. My company is Kangen Water. I went to Enagic headquarters in Torrance, Los Angeles. I did a lot of hashtags there. That's gotten a lot of views. 609 views, even from 8 years ago, on how to clean my K8. So anything you do, and that's another thing I want to share, please, please, please think about this. When people say, oh, I don't have anything to talk about, I don't have anything to video about, nothing I do is important. My friends, I know, seriously. Take a look. Let's even do my shorts just for a second. It's a matter of you put out there what might be, first of all, fun, but let's just take a look at that. Okay. In fact, I'm actually once again going to be transparent. I'm going to share sound for a second, Doc, if you will bear with me.
We're going to talk to Santa. We're going to listen to Santa.
Well, even better than that, we're going to look at the fabulous new ornaments I've gotten. So very seriously, you take a look at that, and seriously, you think about from creating a short from my Christmas ornaments, and I'm almost up to 500 ornaments, by the way. I know. But with the friends that have given me new ornaments this year, now I actually have 54 views. I hashtagged Hallmark movies, who shall remain nameless because I know that's my thing. And so now you're able to see this and go, oh my gosh. And Santa Claus, again, I know him personally. He's one of our favorite Santas, actually in Kansas City. Oh my gosh. Super awesome. In fact, I really seriously mean, if you haven't checked that out yet, almost 300 views from Santa Claus. When people say, I don't have anything to share, you always have blah, 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 you this, you that, you something. Okay, wonderful. But so do you. So please turn on your Zoom video or go Facebook Live or whatever you want to do. Upload that to your YouTube channel. And I'm very serious. It is amazing. Now, let's go quickly to one more section before, because like I say, there's a million facets of YouTube.
And while you do that, Queenie, I don't have anything to share. My largest shorts video is my walking out to my compost pile with a bunch of chopped up, rotting vegetables.
Oh my gosh. Oh my God.
So you just never know. You just never know what is going to be popular. Like you're saying, I mean, it's incredible.
That
Um,
is amazing. And that is
so just
adorable
keep
that
that
you
in
would
mind.
say that. Your
Yeah.
second one is probably your son chopping down a root or something in your a
No,
tree.
that actually has fallen to the wayside on as far as pop. The second one was actually a couple of days ago. My daughter's making we're doing cutout cookies. We had
Mhm.
3.7 thousand people
Oh my
do it.
gosh.
Yeah.
Oh my
Yeah.
gosh. It makes my little 300s look small. But the point, my friends, please remember you do have something to share. Turn on your
Yes.
video, turn on your YouTube short tab. Doc showed us how to do that last time. Um, you just have to put it out there. Let's go back to the customize my channel part. All right. Go ahead and add a featured video. How do I do that? Please go to YouTube, how to add a featured video, customization. Everything back here has 3 dots. How do I add a featured video? 3 dots. Everything has 3 dots. Please remember that. So let's go to my favorite part in the featured section. I'm on customization. Okay. Customize your channel. Scroll down, and it'll say add a featured section. Once again, see the 3 dots. I've already subscribed to everybody's channel that I have met that I know of. So now you're going to literally click on the 3 dots. You just met Susie Cusey at a networking event. Well, in fact, I think I can do it on yours, even though I've got you here, Doc. Let me go to Delinda because I know I've got hers too. All right. You type in someone's channel name that you've already subscribed to, because that's a good idea. But now you're going to go to, you'll be able to see it here. So probably we want to go to the one that Delinda has the most subscribers, because Delinda Lane topic might be a playlist that she created. Now, this is actually better than I could have even hoped for. People say, I have 12 channels out there. How do I navigate all that? Oh my gosh. First of all, I always remember the file cabinet thing. I didn't want to be Kathy Weaver networking on steroids, Kathy Weaver Kangen water, Kathy Weaver my final footprints. I can't, I don't have time to navigate all the different pieces to make all the different channels. So I made one channel umbrella, Kathy Weaver KC, and I put all the playlists, the file cabinet drawers within that, because now I have 700 subscribers for my umbrella channel. Okay, the whole big channel. If I had all my books and all my something and all my water and all my everything separate, and Doc, think about this. If we did a Doc and Queenie YouTube channel separate from our others, oh my gosh, we wouldn't have the views, the subscribers, all of that stuff. So
Well,
please.
and people would have to work at trying to find us outside of Doc and Queenie too.
Correct. Yes. And you've got to make it easy for people, because remember, I get 2,000 views on my cayenne pepper, but I have 700 subscribers. How does that work? Because of my file cabinets and my playlists, that possibly got me 5 more subscribers, because somehow people kind of don't remember to hit the subscribe button, even though we beg for it. But Delinda's topic right here is a great idea as far as an example. And I didn't know this was here, so this is not a diss on Delinda. But let's say, for example, Delinda started Delinda Lane /topic. Then all of a sudden you forget your password, you forget your this, it's still out there, but you can't find it anymore, and you can't edit it because you don't know your password. So you start a new channel. I hear that a lot. So please remember, start an umbrella channel, your name or your big business name or your something, and then make all your file cabinets within that. At networking events, interviews with somebody. Kathy Chet is my podcast. And so now I have a Kathy Chet playlist on my Kathy Weaver KC channel, file cabinet, umbrella, playlist, drawers, and compartments. So now in this case, you're going to click on Delinda and you're going to click on done. You always have to save stuff on YouTube, remember. And then you'll see at the top here, it says publish. Yes, I want to publish that. Now, when people go to my YouTube channel, okay, and they click on all of my friends, they can click on any of those channels, anybody, okay? You can click on anybody here. And now you can think about how are you going to subscribe to their channel. it'll take, here's Debbie Duvall, one of our superstars in jewelry business. Now you can literally click on Debbie's page. It doesn't do it on mine because it's live, but you click on Debbie's page and it'll take you right to her channel. Now you can subscribe right from there, which is actually the point. So please remember, you can customize your channel however you want. Now we talked earlier about how to claim your own URL. Now that's the part that, and I don't know about, I don't know about you, Doc, but as soon as you learn something, literally it changes. So in the olden days, and when we first started on the YouTube thing, you had to get 100 subscribers. And once again, how do I claim my URL on YouTube? Okay, just do a video. I mean, do a search. And what's going to happen is, here's the parameters from YouTube. You need 100 subscribers. You need a channel banner. All right, that's this thing at the top, like a YouTube timeline banner. In my case, I just did subscribe to my channel. Doc's, as you saw, was all about her fabulous gardening business. You need to have a certain amount of videos. Definitely, you have to have a profile picture. You have to be active. That's important. And remember, when you subscribe to other people's channels, that counts as active. And you go to other people, the more you stay on YouTube, which they actually know that, the better it is. So please, please, please pay attention to that part. Then you go into customization, and now you're able to actually claim your own URL. So just please remember that. I wanted you to be totally aware that you can claim that, but a lot of those parameters change all the time. How do you find out how to edit things? Once again, customization. Go into the About section. Here's the links you can add, the name of your channel. Remember, I told you youtube.com/C/the @ You can do it however you'd like, but in this case, YouTube did it for me. How many subscribers? I've got 17,000 views now, which is like, whoever would have thought people are watching poinsettias like that, Doc? But apparently they are. And so now you get to see your details. So I'm going to do one more section before we say goodbye today. And I want you to please understand, this is probably Doc's favorite part, and it's not mine yet, simply because I have not utilized it effectively yet. On the left-hand side of your screen, the navigation part is everything that you can push as far as your own channel. Settings are in here. Analytics are in here. You can push on anything you want. I promise you won't break anything. Okay? And please know, it is so important. The playlists, adding different people's names to whatever, the subscribers that you've had, all of those things are superstar important. Now, you'll notice when you click on your picture, and don't forget that's important too, please consider the different, what would you say, the different pieces that are here. Your Google account, if that's where you want to stay, your appearance of how your channel looks to other people, the settings is important. I'm just telling you the truth, Doc. There are so many buttons to push on YouTube. It could be forever.
Yes, definitely.
Now, you have a favorite button, I bet?
Well, if you want to scroll down on the left-hand side, I am always, as you know, keep on going. If you hit YouTube Studio, that gives you your analytics.
That's your favorite part. Now, I was being very transparent here, so I'd rather be on your analytics than mine. But that's a very important, once again, push buttons. YouTube Studio, YouTube itself, if you'll notice, has made a file cabinet. So now there's the studio, there's the creator, there's the content, there's all the different things that even YouTube has now done. Instead of one big YouTube file cabinet, they've made compartments for us. So you go to YouTube Studio, and you'll know where you are because of up here. But now literally you get to click on the dashboard, the content, the analytics, all of those things. Now what do I do next on all these pages, Doc?
Well, you could scroll down. I was going to comment, one great thing about YouTube is they, in addition to searching for topics from other creators, YouTube themselves will teach you how to use YouTube.
Correct.
So you can never go wrong.
Ever.
But
Doc,
yeah,
do
no,
you see what I see right here?
Let's see.
Latest
I,
post, okay?
yes,
I was announcing our class time, and what does it say right here?
go
Go
to
to
community tab.
community
Yep,
tab. So when you were talking about all your big dogs telling us how important community is, if the big dogs are telling us to use community, it sounds like that's a great idea.
yes,
And so please, if you go to anyone's channel and they don't have community filled out yet, please encourage them to do that.
yes,
And
definitely.
as soon as I clicked on that, it took me back up here to the left, as you can see, to YouTube. And so now we're not in the YouTube studio anymore. So how do I find that again? Guess what? Keep scrolling down to the file cabinet. And here is more from YouTube. Premium, that's the pay part. YouTube TV, lots of people stream. YouTube music only, and YouTube just for kids. So click on YouTube Studio, as Doc was mentioning. And now you get to see not only your dashboard, check on your analytics, see what the comments are that if you've got your comments opened up. See what that looks like as far as your different groups and things like that. It's so important when people comment, and I always like to comment back. One of the things that people have also mentioned, Doc, is you comment on your own video first. We teach that a
Yes.
lot when we're talking about posting parties with LinkedIn, and people always say, no, 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 you're not supposed to do that. Okay, I appreciate your input, but for me, I use an emoticon, and YouTube actually has the like tab, emoticon. And so like your own video first and then make a comment. I love purple poinsettias. Merry Christmas. And a few hashtags even on the comment section to get the party started. And more and more and more people will see that. And so it really is the coolest thing ever.
And then another thing on that comment, you can also throw in there a call to action. Subscribe to my channel if you like purple poinsettias. Um, and then you post it, and then you go back into your comment and hit the three dots, and you pin that comment on it, and it'll be the first comment. It won't get lost in all of the comments as people come along and make a comment. You will pin it, which will put it at the top of the list of comments, if that makes sense.
It does indeed. We pin our YouTube channel, we pin our LinkedIn, we pin our Facebook pages. Absolutely. Now, Doc, I'd like you to take a look at this very bold black lettered message. What do you feel is the reason I got 2,100 views in the last 28 days?
Well, I think it's because you added and did a little pivot and added more shorts to your channel. Because
Absolutely.
shorts is a biggie, even though
Yeah.
they're 15 seconds is the least amount. The best are between 31 and 35 seconds as far as time. But yes, I think it's the shorts. And if you also scroll down, I mean, it's great. You gain 31 subscribers. If you scroll down, so it shows you your top content here on this section, a biggie to notice just as an aside, and this might be a little bit too much, but I guess to keep in mind, average view duration. You want to have at least 60% and higher. And that's how long somebody will sit there and watch your video, whether it's a short or a long video. And you've got some very good numbers there, Queenie, which is no surprise to why the views are up, because people are sitting there watching.
That's over here on the right-hand side, just for everybody watching on the Zoom part. And so I want you to be able to see average view duration. Don't be afraid to push buttons. Content, audience, research. Please remember, all of these buttons are here for you. And that's why, honestly, there are so many things to talk about in YouTube. We could make YouTube a forever, forever, forever training class. I want to make sure that I didn't miss anything. That, like I say, there's so much to do, but we wanted to keep this 101 as far as just get a channel, put anything out there. These are the kind of things we want people to see and to know and to pay attention to 1,000,000%. 1,000,000%. And I really mean that with all my heart. Make a channel, make a video. If you don't have a Zoom account yet, first of all, you can get one of those for free, and zoom.us. Next thing you know, you've got an opportunity to record. And I wouldn't make it an hour long necessarily, But the great news is if we sent this particular video right here, obviously on Facebook Live, you can share it. But if you made it a video to put on LinkedIn, for example, there's a lot of conversion issues. Luckily, and hopefully when I click convert this time, it'll work fine. But as soon as you click on the three dots on LinkedIn, share it. In fact, I am going to put this on LinkedIn. As soon as you go to YouTube, now you can actually use those magic three dots we talk about and share it. And so, my friends, I cannot thank you enough, not only for staying on this long, but the rest of the story is Doc has exploded over 100,000 views. I've gotten into the 700s for subscribership when I never would have thought was possible. A couple years ago, I was in the double digits, and it really is phenomenal what has happened. So please push buttons, please reach out, please subscribe to my YouTube channel. Here's my link. All of those different things you can post on Doc and Queenie for sure. The superstars in our community would love to support each other. That's what you guys have been doing for almost 4 years now. 3.5. Can you even believe that, Doc?
It's crazy. It's crazy. Where did the time go?
It just keeps flying. That's the part that's amazing. 4 more sleeps and we will be in 2024.
That means you're going to be 30 and I'm going to be 28.
I really do like the way you think. I know. All right, Doc, any final words before we say farewell to our superstar friends?
You know, I've been kind of talking and chatting with everybody online, and I'll say it here at the end. Thank you for joining us. We so appreciate, like what Queenie just said, your support and support of this class, support of Doc and Queenie. And I guess we can say we'll see you next year.
Amazing. Please join us on the 4th Wednesday of every single month at Central Time, because we're going to do classes. So exciting.
And stay tuned. We've got another fun class coming up next month.
We do indeed. Thank you, my friends, and thanks for joining us. Bye, Doc.
Bye, Queenie. Bye, everyone.